Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So before I start this reading, I need to take an oracle card for King Charles from my previous reading, because after finishing that reading, I realized that I forgot to take an oracle card. So I am now taking an oracle card for King Charles, and then I will start the reading for Princess Catherine. So this is the Light Worker Oracle, and let's get an advice card for King Charles. And I love working with light cards, light cards that spread light. And you know that I watch many YouTubers that are giving their opinions on all sorts of decks. So when I decide whether to buy a deck or not, I usually watch their videos and decide. Okay, so let's clear the deck. And advice for King Charles, advice for King Charles. And what I'm getting here is initiation by air. So let's see what is the oracle say. Okay, and the message of this card is you, King Charles, have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you take to take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind, developed without a loving spiritual practice, can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating sword. So you need to choose how you use your mind. And if you use your powerful mind in a way that is helping you to radiate your good force and your great asset, your comfort, your peace, and your strength, then you can overpower the negative aspects of that great power. Okay, so this is the message for King Charles, and now we will move to Princess Catherine. So I've been thinking about how to tackle this question and decided that a good old Celtic cross will be the best way. Not an enemy spread, not a rivalry spread, and that would be the best way to see all of the energies around that. And the question is regarding the fact that apparently Harry and Meghan are going to drop the most explosive chapter of their docuseries on the night of Catherine's docuseries. Now, they are forgetting that their docuseries is being broadcasted on Netflix, which is a streaming service in which you can watch things that you want to watch whenever you want to watch them. So, of course, you cannot watch things before they're dropped, but you don't have to watch them the minute they are dropped. So I don't think that this is a real threat on Catherine's Christmas Carol event, but it is another call for war. So I'm going to look into how is it affecting Catherine and how is she feeling about all of this, and how does other people, which is the people that are the people of Britain, the people who are going to be the public that are supposed to watch both her Christmas Carol event and the Netflix in docuseries, how do they feel towards Catherine especially? So I'm using one of the Celtic Cross variants, and I was thinking what deck to use, and I decided about to use the LIBER FLORUM tarot because it is a Rider-Waite tarot, and because it has a dark hold to it, but still has flowers in it. So it is a combination of the darkness of Meghan and the good and flowery energy of Catherine. So let's start by saying my disclaimer. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourself. So let's clear the deck. Okay, so is Catherine feeling threatened by the announcement that the Sussexes are going to release the most explosive chapter of their docuseries at the night of her Christmas Carol event? How does Catherine feel about Meghan and Harry trying to sabotage her Christmas Carol event? How does Catherine and how does the British people feel towards the fact that Harry and Meghan are going to try and sabotage Catherine's Christmas Carol event? Okay, so usually, as we do with Celtic crosses, I'm cutting the deck into 3. And the first card is a card that shows us Catherine and how she feels regarding the question. And we get the 10 of Cups, which shows us that she doesn't care. She couldn't care less. She really doesn't think that anything that the Sussexes can do will hurt her. She doesn't think that they can really sabotage her in any way. She doesn't believe that the people of Britain will tune into that docuseries instead of watching her Christmas Carol night. So she's really happy. She sees things in a good way, and this is a great card. And as I told you before, usually in the 10 of Cups card, the people are very small, which means that she's looking at it in a greater perspective, not only the family perspective, not only herself, but in a greater perspective, in a perspective of the monarchy, of the family, of the country. So she is not worried, and this is a great thing to see. So that's how Catherine feels. Now, what are the obstacles, or let's say, what are the Sussexes going to try and do to sabotage her? And what I'm getting here is the Knight of Swords, which is not a great card for someone who wants to go to war. But it is a card who has a affinity to going out to war. And you can see by the picture of the card that this is a knight that goes out to war. But it is also the spoiled kid. It is also a knight that is losing opportunities because he is waiting for others to do the work for him. And in this case, they are waiting for Netflix to do the work for them. Netflix is going to need to release that to release that specific chapter or episode of their docuseries at that specific date. So in a way, if the Netflix doesn't do that for them, then they will lose that opportunity to tackle or to sabotage Catherine. But this is what this card means. So it is a card of people who are going out to war, people who are trying to sabotage, but it also depends on their ability to start doing things by themselves and not waiting for others to do the work for them. So that is what crosses Catherine. That is her biggest obstacle. Okay, what the next card is actually the outcome of the problem. So what can we see for the outcome of the problem? And we see the world. So first of all, this is a card of perfection. This is a card that shows us that everything will be perfect for Catherine. And since we're asking about Catherine, this is a card that shows that she will be even more successful than she was before. Everything will be perfect. As her previous Christmas Carol evening was such a great success, this one will be another great success. She's doing things in a perfect way. She will have another amazing surprise for us. And this card shows that she's going out of her bubble more and more and more. She's going out to the world, and not only people in Britain adore her, people from all over the world adore her. So this is the outcome of the problem, and this is what crowns Catherine. Now the next card is the underlying motives of the Sussexes, or the people that are trying to sabotage her. So the underlying motives is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is the people that left. They left. They are feeling hurt because they feel that they were made to leave. Now, this is a very strong mother card. And you know that for Harry, the mother is very active and very strong thing that causes his mental health problems. But the Eight of Cups is a card of letting go, of leaving, of moving. Now, because this card is their motives to hurt her, we need to look at the negative aspects of this card. And that is, first of all, despair. Secondly, people that were made to leave. And we know that they didn't want to leave. They wanted to stay as half in, half out. They only wanted to give up what they were getting out of the sovereign grant, but they wanted all of the other perks that they were supposed to get as half royals, but the queen said no, so they had to leave. So this card shows that they had a very difficult time when they had to leave. And another very important thing about this is a destructive relationship. And that is a destructive relationship. We can all see that except for Harry. Okay, and Meghan, but Meghan doesn't care. Okay, next card is what is behind Catherine, what is in the past. And behind her, we see the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, that is the very organized king, the person that is very meticulous, knows how to get what he wants. He's very good in business. He's very good in getting what he wants. And this is not about a person in her life. This is how she behaved in the past, and this is probably how she behaves today. So she is, let me check the what sign this is. Amazing. The King of Pentacles is a Capricorn, and I know that Catherine is a Capricorn. And he is the general manager. He is someone who is ambitious. He knows how to get his ambitions. He knows how to work. He knows how to how to handle business. He knows how to do things. So this is how she handled things in the past, and she still does today, but today she is less cold maybe because she knows that she needed to be more, to open up a little bit more and to show her kind side more, so people can see her lovely side, the way that she loves children, the way that children react to her. So, but this is who she is in the core of her, and she's a Capricorn, and this is a Capricorn card. And what is before her? So that before her, that is in the future, what can we see in her future? And we see victory. So victory, this is what is going to be in the near future. She's going to be victorious. She's going to succeed. This is going to be a very successful event. Nothing that the Sussexes will try to do will even start to damage the success of her carol, Christmas carol evening event. So not a lot to talk about this card. Okay, what is Catherine's attitude? And I'm talking about her attitude towards the Sussexes, and we're getting here the Four of Cups. So right now she is doubtful regarding Harry and Meghan. She is full of doubts towards both of them. Maybe in the past she was trying to reconnect Harry and William, and maybe in the past she was thinking about ways of healing the rift in the family. Right now she's full of doubts. She is not trusting them any way. And this card is showing us that she lost faith in them. So right now she is not thinking good thoughts about the both of them. So this is her feelings towards them, her attitude towards them. Now, what is the attitude of the people of Britain towards Catherine and the Christmas Carol event? And we have the Five of Wands, which is right before the Six of Wands. So they see her succeeding, but if she is asking for the right kind of help. So they see her as someone who can succeed, but that she needs the right kind of help in order to succeed. This is what this card is saying. So in a way, it doesn't mean that they don't want to watch the Christmas Carol. No, it means that they know that she needs help in order to succeed, and they know that she can succeed, but they know that she needs help for that. This is what it means. And I just have to say that this card is badly aspected a little bit by the Four of Cups that came before it, but it's not really that important, so I'm not going to look into the bad aspects of this card. The next card is Catherine's hopes or fears. And what I'm getting here is the Six of Swords. So either she is hoping that Harry and Meghan will stay in the US, or she fears that they will want to come back. That is what this card is about. This is a card of vacation. This is a card of going away. So she either hopes that they stay there, or she's afraid that they will decide to come back. But this is mainly what she's hoping for. And if we're looking overall at the outcome, we already had one outcome card and one future card. So overall outcome of Catherine's, let's say, next year successes or failures. And we're getting the Four of Swords. So it seems like something will cause Catherine to feel ill. Now, this could be something physical. This could be something emotional, but something will cause her to feel a little bit ill. This is what this card is. This is a card of someone who needs rest, someone who needs a little bit of time to decide things. And it throws me back to the reading that we had, I had about her and about William. But this could also mean pregnancy, because you know how sick Catherine gets when she's pregnant. So I don't know, but I'm looking, this is about the next year altogether, and we're seeing the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords can be interpreted as being physically ill. It can be interpreted as deciding not to decide when you have a very big decision in front of you. And it can be interpreted as feeling emotionally sick. But all of these things are showing us that in the span of the next year, something will be there. Something will disturb her. So this is the outcome. So despite the fact that she will succeed in the Christmas Carol, and despite the fact that the world is loving her, and despite the fact that she herself is not worried about the success of that Christmas Carol. What I can think of, because this card came right after the Six of Swords, I can put it this way, if they decide to come back, this could make Catherine feel physically and mentally ill. So this could be a reason for her to feel ill. Naturally, we'll all hope that the reason will be a pregnancy, but she's getting a little bit too old for, not old, but too mature for that. So it's getting, too risky, or maybe and she has a lot of new jobs, new responsibilities, and she cannot afford to be incapacitated. So altogether, it is something that she needs to take into account when she is deciding to get pregnant. So, but if they decide to come back, and we can see that this card is going right towards the Four of Swords, then this could very much be the card that will cause her to feel sick. And if I'm taking the Five of Swords, which the people of Britain are looking at her and seeing that she needs help in order to succeed, and we're not talking about only the Christmas Carol event, but all together. And now it makes more sense, because if Harry and Meghan will announce that they are coming back, then it makes more sense why the people of Britain will feel that Catherine needs more help in order to succeed, in order to survive even after their return. So this is it for the tarot reading. And the oracle card is from the Dream Oracle cards. Beautiful, beautiful oracle deck. So let's clear the deck and ask for advice for Catherine. Okay, clearing the deck. Advice for Catherine in handling the Sussexes. Advice for Catherine in handling the Sussexes. Okay, so let's open the card and see what the advice here. And it's ceremony. Honor how far you've come. And we were talking about a ceremony. The Christmas Carol event is a ceremony. Let's see what the more, let's say, wait a minute. Okay, so this is really beautiful. You're in the midst of a major shift with life-altering changes in tow, and we know that she just became the Princess of Wales. Coming into completion of an old cycle while preparing for a whole new version of yourself to emerge. Before rushing headlong into the next phase of your life, take a moment to give yourself a bubble bath, decorate your hair with a garland of flowers, toast yourself with a flute of champagne, or write a gratitude list lavishingly praising yourself for who you've become as a result of your journey thus far. So a ceremony in real life represents an initiation or completion of a chapter in your life, celebrating your graduation from one incarnation to the next. A dream ceremony is less about the physical realm and more about the emotional, spiritual or physical aspect of what you are going through. As you acknowledge this important internal emotional rite of passage, you make it sacred and thus evoke your higher nature. So this is an amazing message for Catherine, I believe. And I hope you liked this reading. And if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, share my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.